Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to Jagged Alliance 2. Now, as promised in the last episode, Wolf has now arrived in Drassen. Unfortunately, a little bit before Bobby Ray's supplies have, but we're going to start things off in this episode on a little bit of a lighter note.
I make proud.
As we advance time here, we're going to get a meanwhile. We'll go ahead and see what the Queen has to say for us.
What is it now, Elliot? Oh, flowers. How lovely. And so thoughtful. From my troops, no doubt.
Not exactly, Your Highness. From theirs.
What?
Yes, Your Majesty. It seems the flowers are a gift to Your Highness from the mercenaries. Perhaps they have taken a fondness toward you.
Elliot! You idiot! 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 Is this some kind of joke? Some twisted and sick sense of humor? Oh yes, this is extremely funny! I shoot them not! I shoot them!
They are rather pretty, Your Highness.
Elliot, you idiot! Say it! Say, I am an idiot! Do it, Elliot!
I am an idiot, Your Highness.
Yes, yes, you are! Now, listen to me. First, I want my elite soldiers to shoot the messenger who brought these. And then, when we kill these little commandos, I want a single flower placed in their mouths as they die. A rose, I think. A blood-red rose. Now, do as you're told, and leave me be.
As you command, Your Highness.
Oh yes, we have definitely grown a fondness for the Queen. I always enjoy that little Easter egg. Poor little Elliot is finding himself more and more beaten and bloodied as the game goes on, however. We're going to go ahead and advance time, let Wolf pick up our supplies, and then have him ferry them on over to Cambria. And I'll catch you guys on the other side of that. And we're back a little bit sooner than I thought we were going to be, as it looks like the Queen has more to say to us. We're going to go ahead and drop in here and find out what is going on.
Elliot?
Hello, Your Highness. I have...
Let me guess. An urgent report that will undoubtedly upset me. Why can't you ever bring good news, Elliot?
With all due respect, Your Highness, I feel that I can say nothing which would please my Queen, the country such as it is.
Try me, Elliot.
Dr. Carnes is missing from your research facility in Orta, Your Highness. He has not been seen for quite some time, and no one is certain of his whereabouts.
That's so, Elliot?
Yes, Your Highness, it is so.
Well, Elliot, you idiot! He is the core of my team there, the most important one! How could this happen? Bring me the person responsible. And Elliot, I don't care what my elite forces are doing. I need him found, and I need him found at once! Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Your Highness. Very clear.
Alright, so that's actually an interesting little side quest that's going to be starting up for the missing doctor that was doing research in Orta. You'll notice Orta is not on the map right now, but we should stumble across it eventually. And it looks like maybe one of the scientists sort of critical to some research that the Queen is doing might have gone missing. We'll have more to do with him later. I'm going to go ahead again and speed up time, hoping to get Wolf grabbing those supplies and on his way to Cambria soon. And I will again catch you guys after that happens. Alright guys, finally the time has come. Not entirely sure what happened to the Bobby Ray shipment. I'll have to go look back at the previous episode. May have misclicked something or sent it to another town that I did not mean to. but I eventually got tired of waiting and ended up ordering another batch of supplies. This time, the tech level had actually gone up, and I was able to pick up some HK G3s, which are 7.62 by 5.1, kind of beefier assault rifle. This is sort of a compact variety. It's a little bit easier to wield. One of my favorite guns actually in Jagged Alliance 2 1.13. So these are probably going to become like a primary weapon that most of our characters are going to use throughout the rest of the game. I was only able to get 4 of them, which actually works out pretty well since Coyote already had an M16 on him. And that's going to be just as good, basically, at least for right now. I also wasn't able to pick up much ammo. There's not a lot of 7.62 lying around in the store. So hopefully that doesn't become a concern. But I think we've got enough backup weapons, and I don't think we're going to go through 100 rounds in this coming fight anyway. So we'll go ahead and advance time for just a second, and we'll pull in our...
Be prepared. We've got unfriendlies in this sector.
Indeed. We'll pull in our reinforcements from the neighboring sectors to kind of give us a hand. You know, this little glob of darkness right about here should be fine. We'll go ahead and have characters drop their backpacks right away, and then drop down. And then I'm going to head towards the old flat roof and start getting characters up on top of it. Now, these HKs do have ACOGs attached to them. Okay. So we've got 4 by magnification on them. It's not quite sniper rifle level, but it's going to be an improvement. They'll be able to not just see from farther away, but the accuracy will be substantially increased for them. Ooh, that was a deadly corner to have walked around there, my friend. ACOGs were pretty common attachments when I was in the U.S. Marines. I would almost say they were standard issue, although it's a little bit of a misnomer. Not quite sure how to explain this, actually, but, you know, obviously, when you're in the military, you don't just get to go to, like, Bobby Ray's Guns and things and pick up whatever you want. You're getting stuff issued to you, and usually, I'd say you have probably very little say in what that stuff is. However, as your units get a little bit more high-speed, low drag, usually there's a lot more to be said about the customization of your gear. I was never a huge fan of the ACOG. I'm pretty confident in my long-range shooting, and I feel like the 4 by magnification can cause some tunnel vision that I'm not a huge fan of. Also, it replaces, you know, the opportunity for other optics. Usually when I would deploy, I would do so with an aim point or like a red dot sight. The type of thing, the way it works is basically there's a hologram that is giving you an aim point that is independent of you properly lining up your sights. It's typically used for and much better in situations where you need to very quickly acquire targets and you're bringing your weapon up and may not have enough time to aim in and properly sight. This all, of course, is a situation where you might be doing like CQB style or...
You called?
What was that sound? That was weird. You know, any kind of close quarters style firing. And I did tend to do quite a lot of that. If you're inside a house, an ACOG is never really going to be that valuable to you, is basically what it boils down to. And with that in mind, I usually preferred something that was better up close and personal. But a lot of people did use ACOGs, and I've shot with them before. They're fine. You know, they definitely make long distance shooting very, very easy, as suddenly your target is like the size of a house.
You called?
She can't drop down. Neither can he.
What's up?
You know what, Bull? Why don't you get over here and just end this guy? The one thing I will say with the ACOGs in the game, we're going to start having characters do a lot more headshots than they have been in the past, as they do more damage, and we're suddenly able to aim precisely enough to do that. A little worried about this guy. There's not much I can do at this point. I'm just hoping our militia are enough to keep him occupied. Clearly they were not, but at least he missed. So things didn't turn out too bad. Alright, and our militia are getting into it with some automatic weapons fire. We didn't quite get to set up as fully as I'd like to. You know, one of the downsides, of course, of bringing in the AI militia is they get a little over-enthusiastic and jump right into the fight. I would have liked to be able to sort of set myself up on this rooftop before we really got into things. But I think we can get sort of control of this situation without too much trouble. Oh, and there's an NPC over there that we just spotted. And kind of get back to a point that I would like to be in. So like as you can see here, for 36 action points, we're taking a headshot with a 7.62 caliber rifle. That's basically what's going to happen a lot.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. That guy didn't stand too much of a chance there. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to just spread out a little bit. Like so. I don't want to step to the edge to be able to try to see this guy. He's in critical condition. We've got militia that are sort of already on it. I think that's going to be fine left alone. Also, going to go ahead and start pushing down this way. I'm not too worried. Our militia should have plenty of vision over here. We've got two guys up here as well. But there may very well be more kind of in the darkness down here. So we won't get too close to the edge. Yeah, as stuff like that starts to happen. Surprised we didn't get an interrupt on that guy though. Ooh. And Bull is hearing people moving around inside the building. We'll hope that they are just random civilians caught with maybe a little early morning shopping, 5:55 a.m. That's maybe wishful thinking, but there's usually very little reason for the enemy to be like inside a building, unless for some reason they were trying to cut through it, you know, to get to this back door and over to us, but hopefully that is not the case. Again, oh, come on. Fox, headshot. There you go.
Standing by.
That miss was a little sad, but it did get him very easily
Target dispatched
into the territory where he could be killed.
What's up?
Ooh. Bull's making a new friend. Okay. This guy decided to pop up onto the roof with us. Take the second shot into his chest. Yeah, that's going to guarantee he's not able to do much for the remainder of his turn, at least. Okay. Maybe that was the guy that Bull was hearing down below him. Although I'd be surprised if he categorized anybody that far away as below. Usually that would have been like a to the east. But you never know.
What's up?
We got that crazy guy running around still. Wolf, why don't you go ahead and move over here. Let him get the kill.
Firepower.
And that affords
the difference between life and death.
Oh, nice. That affords Bull the ability then to move up just a little bit. And
standing by.
Go ahead and move over a little bit further again. And
you called?
This is getting to be about the positioning I would have wanted. Wolf won't quite be able to move. He wouldn't be able to take another shot though.
Aggressors.
Yeah, and we're spotting more and more by the minute. Ooh, lovely. That guy deserves a promotion. Okay, okay. Man, and he, even after getting shot, he managed to pop off a very precise round there. It's always lovely to see. Our own, like our veteran militia, the guys that are in the dark blue, like this color, they are very deadly on their own, like probably on par with the black shirts. I say that more from just like seeing what they do than any kind of comparing their stats or anything. I'm sure someone can feel free to correct me in the comments if that is not the case, if they're like not as good. but usually guys like him come pretty well equipped and pretty deadly. We'll go ahead and get Wolf all the way up here and in position. He does actually have enough for a headshot. Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh, gotta love it. What's up?
Indeed. Alright, and this is more or less the position I wanted everybody to be in. Our flank is a little exposed, but we've got militia over here and over here that I'm hoping are able to cover that right now. Okay, taking a little return fire. Never hurt anybody, except the people that get shot by it. But, yeah, we're finally getting into that point where the game really, to me, hits its stride. And that is to say, the technology has gotten to the point where we don't have to fool around with only handguns anymore. We're instead...
I hear something. What's up?
Okay, he hears something, huh? We're instead going to be actually fighting with military-style equipment and assault rifles, and, you know, everybody is going to be wearing Kevlar vests and, you know, all of that sort of stuff.
Standing by.
This is where I would say the majority of the game takes place, and there is a little bit of a level just beyond this. Once we start getting access to things like the light machine guns that are in the game, even there are some medium machine guns in the game. I don't think anything I would consider heavy. There's probably like a 50 caliber machine gun, though. If I had to guess, I would imagine somebody had probably added that in by now. Those are the types of things that you're definitely going to see in a war, but maybe not in this sort of small military force nearly as much. Once you get to that point, things can get a little bit silly and a whole lot deadly, though, as it's no longer a case of like, oh, we're getting shot at, I've been hit, I might want to back off a little bit. If you run headlong into a guy firing like 50 caliber machine gun rounds at you,
What's up?
it's kind of a little late for you. But I definitely think the game starts to shine at this point, and it is like mechanically very sound and does probably the best job of any game I've ever played of actually mimicking a realistic representation of all of those firearms and what they do in combat, all that kind of stuff. Now we are running into that point where we don't quite know where anybody is. I'm going to go ahead and have Fox give a spread out command, which should cause our militia to start, well, spreading out and investigating a little bit more. Hopefully they spot stuff near enough to us that we're able to engage with it. What keeps making that sound? What are you doing over here? Okay, I guess it's that door that they keep running into. Yep, indeed it is. Okay. No, still not spotting anything. Well, we're gonna have to get a little mobile then. Which is totally fine. Gonna go ahead and have Wolf drop off the edge here.
There. What's up?
And then Bull is going to be closely following him. Okay, get you turned around, crouched.
Standing
by.
Get everybody else over to here. And, you know what? I'm going to leave Grizzly more or less covering our backs while we make this movement. We're going to get Bull and Wolf both moved up a little bit. And then Coyote and Fox are going to be following.
You called?
And our militiaman is sort of walking out in front of us. Okay. Well, that's fine.
Standing by.
If you want to get all brave, you can.
You called?
Alright. Get them like so. And then I'm going to push these four across the road
Might be
with
worth a look.
Grizzly providing some overwatch. Okay, that went pretty well. Wolf, why don't you pop up onto this next roof? Okay, not bad, not
You
bad.
called?
Fox over here. Oh, And she indeed spots someone. Okay.
What's up?
Bull. Let's hit you over here. And up.
Standing by.
Coyote right next to him. Okay. They're going to be relatively exhausted from pulling themselves up this turn. Wolf is able to move most of the way.
You called?
And then we'll just let Fox take these shots. Should be able to pop off 2 very well aimed rounds. Oh man, I can't believe that second one hit. Or missed, rather.
Standing
And
by.
then Grizzly, we now know you don't need to be back here anymore. So, I'm gonna have him sprint. He won't quite make it across the road this turn. That guy is seriously injured and doesn't entirely know where the bullet came from. He's standing in like the little globe of light outside of a building. So to him, a shot more or less just rang out from the darkness to hit him. I can completely understand. Okay. I have no idea what that militia guy was thinking. He's going to run inside that garage. Or delivery place. I don't know what that was.
You called?
Your local FedEx center, I guess. Alright. 3rd time's the charm. Nope. 4th time's the charm. A little bit. Wasn't able to get the kill, though. Get him to the edge. He doesn't spot anybody from here. But he can see him if he turns. Oh, man. Wolf, you too, huh? Okay. Well, neither of them were able to put that guy down.
Standing by.
Get Coyote. Go ahead and run over here. Squat down.
What's
Bull, you're going to do the same. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. And Grizzly, finally making it to the building. Does have enough action points to get up here. Okay. And
That's all of them.
Beauty.
Nothing left but funerals here.
Okay.
Good one, Foxtrot.
we didn't need to take another shot at him. It looks like he bled out on his next turn, and that was all she wrote. We'll go ahead and pick up the gear, arrange everything, and then... I'm probably going to spend a little bit of time sorting everything out. I know we've got an NPC to talk to, though. You know what? Let's go check out who that was back there, and if he has anything cool to say. We'll get you guys to the edge. I'd like you to get off the roof, please.
You called?
Thank you. There we go. Left Grizzly and
You
Fox come
Will
to
do.
back up Coyote
Standing
and
by.
head over here. He should be somewhere in this general region, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Where did he go?
Gotcha.
He was running around. All right, guys.
Standing
Well,
by.
fan out. See what you can see.
You called?
Kick the door, maybe?
Blast it. Standing by.
Kick the door, maybe? Oh, man. They're all locked. It's super early in the morning. Okay.
Standing by.
Not entirely sure where that guy ran off to. None of our militia spot him at the moment either. We'd be able to see him as we do share vision with them. That's strange. Well, in that case, tell you what. Let's actually
What's up?
You called?
bring everybody back
Standing
to
by.
this building. It is very central to the city, so inevitably, if a counterattack was to come, you know what though? We're probably not going to stay in this city too long, or in this sector of the city for too long. Oh, yeah, and he's now wearing a backpack. Okay, so I tell you what, that is the final sector of Cambria. I'm going to go ahead and advance time just a couple of minutes, which should give me this final cutscene. And we've seen a ton of these this episode from Deidranna. We'll go ahead and see what she has to say about the loss of Cambria for her.
I am a very, very busy woman, Elliot.
And I would not have bothered you had it not been important, Your Highness.
Well, what is it?
The rebels have...
Elliot, you... Oh, what have they done now? Is there no end to this? Tell me, Elliot, have they been defeated?
Not exactly, my queen. They, how shall I say, occupy the city of Cambria.
Elliot, you idiot! 2 cities. I must develop a better plan. Cambria was an important city. My soldiers have let it fall, have they? Well, send this message to those still alive. They kill the mercenaries, or I kill their children. Their fate is of their own choosing. And get some reinforcements. Now get lost. I shall not tolerate another such intrusion.
As you command, your highness.
I think the queen might have a little bit of trouble counting there as, oh, right. I forgot. Chitsina actually is still not taken, so she does consider that, I guess, just 2 cities. We're going to do a little bit of cleaning up, sorting through any cool inventory. Not really. But a couple of keys, so it's probably going to be worthwhile for me to explore the sector. Likewise, there are probably going to be some NPCs for me to talk to there. And then we're most likely going to move back over into the mine sector, as it is the most important thing that we don't let fall. And from there, we'll start training up militia, shore up our forces from there, that sort of thing. One final note, the area that our mobile militia can patrol in has now broadened quite a bit. As you'll see, it now encapsulates the entire city of Cambria as well. Super great. So pumping out mobile militia out of Cambria is now going to be something definitely worthwhile. I might end up pulling Biff and Flo over to here. Oh man, I really wish this or this sector would let them pass back and forth. Unfortunately, it does not. But yeah, I might pull them over here to start chugging in along with training and kind of let that be the plan for the next couple of days. This is going to do it for this episode, though. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll probably be picking back up with some Cambria counterattacks in the next episode. If you did enjoy this, feel free to subscribe. There are more videos on the channel every single day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other episodes, and I will catch you guys next time.